in pain. Well, I hope, Ashley, that you're left in pain when you're dying too. I hope you get a lazy nurse like you. And you say, oh, I'm trying to help. Well, I know that you're fucking trying to help, but you can't fucking keep acting like you're gonna, you can't fucking pretend you're gonna help and then keep bailing on me. All these people do is bail on me. I try to tell them things and they fucking bail on me. I hate them all and they make excuses. And then they talk to me like I'm dumb. I know more than you. That's why when I'm speaking, you should let me fucking speak. But instead, you talk over me and tell me to calm down. I can't breathe. I'm not calm. It's my lungs dying, stupid. They are so fucking stupid. They have literally, they didn't order. Why don't you listen what they didn't order? The nursing home thought it wasn't important to look at my pulmonary function test. My pulmonary function test showed that I have a restrictive lung disease and they didn't bother to order it. My echocardiogram, which shows heart swelling and strain secondary to restrictive lung disease. They didn't order it. A chest x-ray showing low lung volumes, which confirms my lungs are still collapsed and that I have restrictive lung disease in 2024 January. They didn't order it. A chest x-ray from here. In 2023, a doctor diagnosed it as being J84.9, interstitial pulmonary lung disease, but they hid it. They hid it from their records. Every single thing that I have here is not ordered. They never ordered any of my records, yet they say that, oh, well, on Monday we'll deal with it. That's all they ever do. Every fucking weekend for an entire year, they've said deal with it on Monday. When I'm suffering on a weekend, it's not important enough to tell them what I need. If I tell you in the way that I talk, it doesn't matter. The way that I talk, I can't control it. But it can't fucking adjust in their little fucking brain that if I can't breathe, it's not my fucking fault. Stop judging the way I talk. Stop acting like it's mental health. It's being targeted. It's being tortured by Salinas Valley Post-Acute. They didn't order my records. Nobody thinks it's important to get it together since I'm dying soon. I tell them that I don't have enough time. They say I do. Okay, bitch, you want to sit there in fucking pain with your lungs shut down while nobody ordered anything? Did anybody say that never should have happened? Did anybody say that nobody should go through this? Did anybody say we're going to fix this? Or did you guilt trip me and make me feel bad for even asking? Don't offer shit and then act like a bitch. My mental health is better than yours. You're too fucking pussy to do your job. And I have to fucking deal with people ignoring me. And no, they're not ignoring me because of the way I'm acting. They're ignoring me because they were ignoring me way before I talked like this. This is not a behavioral problem. But they're so stupid and have no education in that area, but they tell me I should be calm with him. I never even said anything bad. I didn't have any issues with him. But this makes me think that I do need to record it because nothing happened. So what the fuck is she talking about? If you guys are all too stupid to understand that I can't breathe, this is not yelling because I want to. It's because the bottom half of my lungs don't work. But these morons don't fucking understand shit. And they seem to think it's okay. You're going to be, oh, sweetie pie, honey bunch when someone needs cigarettes. Right? Right, Ashley? You're going to fucking give her lots of love and kisses and fucking whatever? Someone could not need your help and you'll give them fucking love and attention. But I get fucking bitched at when you should be apologizing. You all owe me an apology. Listening to me beg for help for fucking years? You're damn right I think you're idiots now. You're letting me die. You're fucking idiots. I said it to your fucking voice, but you know, with the way my voice is too distracting, then you shouldn't be working here. If you're too stupid to understand that if my test results weren't ordered for a year and a half, so I'm sitting here for a year and a half, and they seem to think it's okay to make me wait longer. Oh, sure, let's make her wait longer. Let's not call and find out what's going on. Let's not try to do the right thing. And telling me to be calm with a doctor, I've never had problems with him. All I did was try to tell him what was going on, and then he walked out. It's not my fault if you don't understand that I'm not fucking yelling that I can't breathe. Congratulations, Dr. Khan, you're a moron. And so are the fucking nurses here. I swear to God, you offer help and you cause more problems. That's what most of these people do. If I say the same thing 4 times in a row, if you're too stupid to understand it, and then you're going to talk down to me. Seems a little stupid considering you're the stupid one who can't understand something that's literally written down in your fucking face. I'm right in front of you dying, and you're too dumb to understand that maybe you shouldn't be paying attention to the murderers. Yeah, let's focus on the murderers who aren't dying. Let's take care of Abel Garcia so he can get his dick wet. Let's make sure we got some new, young, fucking fresh pussy for him, right? I'm saying that's what they do. They allow it. They allow the gang members to do whatever they want. And I know they're allowed to do stuff. You think I don't? I know Jeremy. Are you stupid? They fucking allow him to do whatever the fuck he wants right in front of me. Meanwhile, I'm begging for help and all these people are acting like I'm not eligible and they never even fucking looked at my records. And if I try to show it to them, they still give me an attitude. It's them. If you were tortured for 8 years while you were dying and you weren't given help, and then someone after 8 years says that there's time. Yeah, guess what? You're not the one dying. I lost time, and nobody seems to care about that. I sat here for over 1.5 years just waiting for one thing, and they still haven't ordered it. See, this is my life. How many hours have I been begging? But then my voice sounds like this, so therefore they just don't have to listen to me. And they act like I'm arguing when I'm struggling to breathe. You guys are morons. Like, why don't you educate yourself in any capacity? Yeah, I don't have time. But they think I have time. It's okay. Spend a little 5 extra minutes. Spend all your extra time on someone else. I try to talk to the people who are nice, but they're still too stupid to understand that you're still following the same bullying protocol. You have to change your fucking mindset when you learn new things. That's what intelligent people do. You don't just follow and bully people just because you heard it was someone else was doing it. And then acting like I need to calm down. Bitch, my lungs don't open up and down. Yeah, keep telling me to breathe deep, you fucking idiot. How many times does my paperwork say that I can't fucking breathe like that? And you want to keep fucking arguing with me? Thanks for wasting the rest of my life. I have 3 pages of documentation of everything they didn't order. Kim, they never ordered any of my records. They never ordered any of my records, not even my pulmonary function test. And they know it, and they don't care about how long it's taking. There's no sense of urgency. If you were dying painfully, would it matter to you? I'm the one who has collapsed lungs for 5 years, but it's not important enough to fucking make sure I get help. It's always a fucking half-assed, no urgent, nothing about it is saying anything. And if you don't order my records when I literally have been screaming it down the hallway. Oh, so you don't even listen either, huh? How are you going to know my lungs are if you don't even look at my fucking tests? There are 4 CT scans from Stanford in 2019 showing I have a terminal condition. They don't have any of them, but they lied and told me they saw them. They don't care. It hurts my head to speak because I feel like my blood is into my brain. And that's another thing. Is it's like I'm struggling to remember stuff and then they walk out of the room and don't let me finish like I'm arguing and I can't breathe. And then I try to tell people and because of the way I sound, they just ignore me. Does it not seem like a stupid thing to ignore? And then they're acting like it's okay to wait. I can't wait. I'm hurting, but nobody will. Why am I the only one in the whole fucking building in pain begging for help? I'm sorry. I really have no respect for these nurses. I'm sorry. I want to like them. Look, if I had met you at a party where I didn't know that you were fucking not humane, I might like you. But the fact that I'm sitting there and it's hard for me to talk and people are still not fucking listening to me, that's fucking frustrating. Is that why I'm not getting medication? They fucking do that. They act like my voice, which I can't control. They fucking punish me for it. They didn't order any of my records. Did anybody say I'm so sorry? Did anybody say you shouldn't be sitting there in pain for years and getting fucking abused for it? No. In fact, they walk by and they go, shh. Yeah, are you listening to anything, dipshit? And that was a nurse that I told him everything that's happening to me. I tell everyone everything that's happening to me, and then it's a waste of my fucking breath because they don't have integrity. They don't have any sense of urgency because they want to act like I'm mad. Hey, you're too stupid to fucking read my paperwork. And then you want to fucking act like you know anything about mental health. No, that area you are the dumbest in. You are fucking attributing my pain to a fucking behavioral issue when it's your behavior. If you abuse your fucking patients, it's on you, bitch. And people don't see what they do. And that's why I try to explain it. But if you think you know more than me, then that's where you're going to lose. Because I've been fucking suffering this way. I was bitten when I was 7 years old. These pathogens have been spreading through my body since I was a kid, but I don't get attention. Why? Did you not know that pathogens are usually the things that kill you? You know, you can't see COVID. Did you know that my disease is on the same list as COVID? I would think that would be indicating that something is wrong with it. But the infection control nurse, Markey, doesn't seem to think that matters. But she hasn't looked it up. She's too busy eating and fucking socializing. All they do is hang out in their office doing nothing. Am I wrong, Steve? My painful death is directly because of Dr. Auerbach and fucking Lakeisha. Lakeisha, she got every single one of those emails. So for over a year and a half, I've been sending every single email proving that I'm dying. And they even had one x-ray and they acted like, oh, well, we did an x-ray again and it was not there. Yeah, well, maybe your x-ray tech was smarter this time. And then I tell them my fucking CT scans from 2019, those show that I had collapsing of the lungs 5 years ago. And I have time. Have you ever had a nurse tell you that you have time when you're dying? Have you ever had everybody around you ignore you when you're begging for help? Have you ever literally written down the phone number for Adult Protective Services and passed it out to every nurse? Hey, if you know I'm not getting medical help, why aren't you reporting it? You are a mandated reporter and you will all get in trouble when I'm dead. Please make sure every single nurse that worked with me gets in trouble when I'm dead. Look at those notes. See if they actually do anything. Because the fact that I have to keep fucking repeating myself and I fucking have to suffer and it hurts me to speak and they don't even try. They don't even try. I said like 100 times, can you please make someone in charge of this? Because all they're doing is sending me in circles. I should have had comfort care a long time ago. I wouldn't have been able to go to the beach. I've cried to their faces telling them how I don't want to die this way. And they've straight up ignored me. Reggie says he's going to check into why things aren't ordered, but he never comes back. All they could do is orchestrate a way to help the fucking gang members and criminals get away with what they want and then fucking let me die painfully. Does it not make sense that I'm upset? And I'm not even fucking yelling. This is just what comes out because I can't talk. They have officially made it so I have no will to keep going. They're like, I have proof. I have so much proof. My pulmonary function test results confirm a restrictive lung disease, evidenced by reduced lung volumes. Elevated DLCO values were noted, but underestimated the severity of respiratory compromise due to the gasping during the test. Restrictive lung disease. My echocardiogram, April 2024. Right-sided heart strain, heart swelling directly linked to pulmonary hypertension caused by chronic lung disease. Diagnosis: pulmonary hypertension and heart strain and swelling secondary to restrictive lung disease, and being left in pain without getting pain control when you have very, very high stroke level fucking, and it's documented that I've been having stroke level blood pressure. No one's doing anything about it. Chest x-ray. In January of 2024, I demonstrated low lung volumes, which confirms that my lungs are still collapsed. And it correlates with prior findings of restrictive lung disease. A chest x-ray from 2023. The x-ray didn't show anything, but the reason for the test was written as such. J84.9, interstitial pulmonary disease unspecified. Lungs were without infiltrate. Diagnosis: confirmed interstitial pulmonary disease, validating the progression of restrictive lung disease. The doctor diagnosed it based on other things, but then they erased it and hid it. Hey, why are you hiding documentation? Oopsie. And why are you thinking that I'm not going to talk to people? Do you understand that I actually, here's the thing, surround yourself with fucking smarter people. Doctors. What are you doing? Fucking going hanging out of the Jersey Shore or what? Not that smart. Anyway, next one. These are all scans that I've been telling them about and they should have had. There were 4 CT scans confirming that I have a terminal disease. 4. In fact, there were like 7, but I can't make them order everything because that would mean they actually do their job. Okay, so here are the CT scans. There's a lot of them. July 3rd, 2019. Bilateral dependent atelectasis in the lower thorax. Partial lung collapse. Borderline enlargement of the spleen and liver. Terminal indicators. Atelectasis. Chronic partial lung collapse. Limits oxygen exchange, contributing to progressive respiratory failure. Diagnosis, chronic lung disease with atelectasis and scarring, 2019. November of 2019. Sorry, one of the dates is wrong on here. It's 2019. I don't know why it says that though. Okay, anyway, 2019, they're out of order, I guess. The November one says minimal atelectasis scarring identified in the lower thorax. June of 2019, significant bilateral scarring at lung bases, worsening dependent atelectasis and evidence of restrictive lung disease. Kidneys, bilateral cortical scarring. Yes, I have scarring in all of my organs. Progressed hepatic findings consistent with fibrosis of the liver. Ultrasound. July of 2019, I brought this up because in July of 2019, I also had liver issues. It says early liver involvement and I also had early liver involvement in 2012, but I have Lyme disease, so it affects a lot of your organs. Also in 2019, I had chronic hypoxia. I didn't remember that part, but it was in the hospital. Also, an x-ray from this very place, the one that should have gotten me comfort care, but they just decided to ignore me. The x-ray from 2021 showing peribronchovascular prominence and interstitial changing, suggestive of pulmonary fibrosis or interstitial lung disease. Diagnosis, pulmonary fibrosis or interstitial lung disease, which can be both. EKG from Stanford, left atrial enlargement, borderline abnormalities in anterior leads. I don't know that date. I'm gonna have to go over all the dates and make sure they're all right. Anyway, terminal diagnosis and immediate orders. Okay. Oh, this just has orders. I can't do any of those tests, but that's just something they wanted, but that's not what they're looking for. Sometimes I put notes at the end. Anyway, it says restrictive lung disease diagnosed through pulmonary function tests, x-rays, and CT imaging since 2019. Immediate pulmonary, okay, that's not something I can do. Pulmonary hypertension diagnosed through echocardiogram and linked to chronic lung disease. Echocardiography follow-up. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that right now. Liver involvement, mild stenosis to fibrosis from 2012 to 2024. And my liver's killing me too. Cardiac strain, left atrial enlargement identified in 2019. So my heart has been fucked since 2019. Also, nobody bothers to look at any of this stuff about the fact that my heart rate goes up because of POTS. So when I stand up and I can't breathe, or I'm talking and I can't breathe and I speak a different way, they're blaming me when it's not something I can control. Also, kidney damage. My kidneys are next, but that's the order it goes in. My lungs, my heart, and my fucking liver, then the kidneys. They don't pay attention. I know that these aren't crazy things I'm saying. They're all based on fucking facts. And the reason I know that is because I talk to doctors. And there's plenty of people here who have seen my records who actually know I'm dying. The problem is these people have ignored it and they're covering up for it. Why would you cover shit up when someone's dying? To let them suffer painfully? What does that accomplish? What does it accomplish? It just makes you look like a super bad criminal and then none of them are trying to get the doctors to make sure I have pain control. They're going to wait until I can't breathe so I don't get any and let me suffer. Assholes, I should have died with fucking hospice the way that it was meant to be. I could have died with dignity. California has euthanasia now and they didn't even fucking get the paperwork. Oh, but I'm not supposed to be mad? And I'm not even yelling, but I can't control it. They didn't even fucking allow me to have a transplant. Now they won't fucking allow me to have euthanasia, but they all want to act like I have an attitude. No, you have an attitude for making this difficult for me.
So you need 2 gardeners. And then,
Tell me again how you're victims.
so then you've got your insurance for the house. So the insurance on the house, because the fires, is 700 grand.
My organs hurt so bad, the pressure is just too much. And then I feel it through the front and the back of me. But like going to an emergency room, do you understand how much trauma I've been? I've been to the emergency room. They gave me an enema and then kicked me out right afterwards.
You don't take an
Like, why would you fucking do that? You know it makes you shit for hella long. Treating me like I'm a fucking drug addict, like over and over and over again. And I didn't do anything wrong. And then I come here and I get treated like it too. These people are fucking morons. If you think that you can make a determination on me without the information, then you're fucking stupid. They say that they've looked at it, but they don't even have it uploaded. So why are they saying that? That's why nobody can help me.
actually,
Just letting me fucking die. And thanks to my brothers for doing absolutely nothing when I told them about being abused. What, did you assume that I'm lying? Yeah, thanks. All of you guys are assholes. And by the way, my mother is the biggest asshole of them all. Don't let her say anything if I die. I mean, at my funeral, don't let her talk. Someone, hey, Sean, you better fucking come right back from fucking Scotland and fucking babysit my mom's ass. Because that's the only reason that I was even fucking, that she was even safe. You better come all the way from fucking, you come all the way from fucking Scotland and you fucking protect my funeral so it doesn't get fucked up by my mom. You did it for my brother's wedding. You can do it for my funeral. You better do it for my funeral. These people just all ignore it like I just have a behavioral problem instead of that I'm dying, and it's really fucking funny to me. It's not funny. I'm suffering, but it's funny because they're the ones who are going to get in trouble. And then they get mad at me because I'm talking about this stuff. What the fuck would you what the fuck would you think? And you don't understand what you're doing to a person if they try to tell you over and over again and they're struggling to breathe and you're making them say it over and over again. It literally hurts me. I'm going to end up having a heart attack just trying to speak. My fucking oxygen tank is still on. This is my whole existence. I don't want to exist like this. Don't they understand that I deserve some fucking peace? They're acting like I'm a problem, and they're the ones that are ignoring things that are making me have to suffer. And then they want to fucking scold me and tell me to act better? Fuck all y'all. I have not done anything that they can fucking actually intelligently say that I have a behavioral issue. No. Would you be able to handle your lungs shutting down and having nobody fucking help you and having them not only do that but lie about you? And then lie to the police and threaten you? How many fucking times? 11 times? And then we got the dipshits like Megan and the bullies online who seem to think that I'm their fucking life. Fuck all of you. Stop wasting your time. All you're doing is fucking abusing me. But it's so nice to know that they think I have time to wait until Monday. Every day it hurts more. Every day it's more difficult to breathe. But my breathing doesn't matter. And then we got friends from high school that seem to be believing the dipshits on the internet. So it's nice to realize right before I die that nobody in my life was worth having. No offense, but you guys are more new. But I had a friend for decades and I would have done anything for her. And then when I'm dying, she wants to fucking ghost me? Fuck you, Julia. Seriously, you're the biggest fucking coward I've ever met in my life. You don't speak up about anything. And then you choose to speak up when I'm dying? When I'm busy? When they're fucking dangling hospice in my face? Yeah, and then they're making fun of me because of the hospice situation and how they keep offering it to me and making fun of me. How does that make any sense? If you're going to obstruct me getting hospice, you're going to have to hear my voice and until you do something. And if you want to call the cops and act like I'm yelling, why don't you read a book? Hey, I told the cops, I said, Google it. Stop telling me that I'm yelling at you when you could Google it and find out that my lungs are shutting down. And for some reason, everyone in this building is still acting like this is not really happening. But they also aren't taking the time to figure out that make sure it does happen. And that's probably why, like, when I have meds doing stuff, they avoid me. Because they don't want to hear anything. Well, why would you avoid me when you're already refusing to tell me anything? See, at least they're socializing. At least we know what they care about.
radar that detects trouble, but actually what it
Have you noticed I haven't gotten help with anything today?
perhaps in psychopaths.
At least I got the bed, right? I am thankful for a lot of things, but when you're fucking hurting, you want to be taken care of. Do you know my entire life I have never been taken care of? I've always been the one to take care of everybody. And Jeremy's going to fucking Stanford. That's nice. I was supposed to go to Stanford, but nobody spent any time on it. I'm glad Jeremy's going to live. Like I said, they protect Norteños. So he's getting medical care. He gets to talk to a doctor every week. I'm glad. I did fight for that for fucking years, but nobody's going to acknowledge the fact that I'm the one that fought for that for years. Yeah, okay. I'm the one who spoke to the Stanford doctors and emailed them stuff because he doesn't like to do that kind of shit. And he said, that's my job. So I fight for him and then I don't get care. And everybody who sits around and acts like this is normal is fucked up. Honestly, all they ever do is make me realize that I never belong here. I should have died before I got here. Can you turn off my oxygen?
One of my first feelings that I ever
It's still on. It's a tricky little bugger.
My first memory is lucid dreaming that I could fly.
I wish it had don't you wish it had just one of those, like a flip off and on? You know, like it should have like a button that clicks, you know? It's really annoying, right? We'll see. You'll hear it in like 2 seconds if it's still on. One of the dead patients is messing with us, right? Well, we know that there's ghosts that come out of that closet. So they're gay. Bad joke. Bad joke.
and you guys are mates. You guys are from another country.
They done shoved. Hey, Crystal. They done shoved Renee back in the closet with. Remember, they give him an office as a closet. Sorry, that was a funny joke. Anyway,
So weird. People are starting to go back. I've been like
the fact that all of these people are allowed to make comments about me and make jokes about me and like it's fucking bullshit.
New England. I think people
And she took care of me, but the thing is that, you have to understand that I'm not talking about the CNAs. I'm talking about them nurses that don't listen, that don't advocate. I'm talking about it's always like if they're right with me, that's not who I'm talking about. As like I definitely like that's why I warn them when things are happening. The people that I care about, and a lot of them have quit, and I don't blame them. I've had one person quit and tell me she can't watch me die like this. It's awful. Worst thing she's ever seen. And that's the thing, is all the people quit. And that's the reason why when I ended up in a situation where there were kids there and I was sick, but I couldn't walk away, because if you know the pain of what a child will end up going through with it. What? I might eat it. What is it? I'll eat it later, but what's that? Oh, I don't know. Do we even need to know? No. No. I can't believe that nobody even notices that I'm losing weight.
Have you had that happen? I've done it 4 times. Yeah, like I bought a house in the country.
I gotta go for a while. I need to focus on some stuff, but I keep coming back because I need to talk to someone. And I need help. And I've wasted so much time thinking people were there for me, or they were my friends, or they cared about whether I live or die, just to be bullied by them. I need real help. And they've gotten letters. And by the way, you guys, please just post publicly. If they don't respond to your letters, post it publicly if you feel comfortable. Or let me post it publicly. And I had and Chloe, are you in here, honey? You're an angel. Chloe is my hero. One of them. She sat for a day and a half and wrote an email to them that they just ignored. Thank you, Chloe. Nobody took you're the first person to take that much time, you and Kimberly. Thank you. See, there are sometimes people that aren't your family that are going to come around and show you what love is. My aunt, look, my grandma and my aunt, I love them so much. I'm never gonna bail on them. I can be hurt by things that they're misunderstood by. I do think that later when I'm dead, people will understand everything I said. That's sad. I think once people have more of an education on Lyme disease, they'll realize how horrible it is to fucking be against me when I have all my fucking body being attacked. And the thing is the last administration here, they would not let them sit and watch me. But this one, they literally, when I complain to the nurses about them watching me online, they'll just do it. And it,
That was a dream.
hey, where'd you get Starbucks?
Eric Estrada's gonna walk up, or frickin', you know, I'm trying to think of somebody else.
That's cool.
No, dude, I finally stood behind in a post office.
I think people just always assume that since I buy and do things for everybody else, that nobody ever does anything for me. I see it all the time. I'm the mama in a lot of ways because I actually care about their health, whereas everybody else just cares about whether they fucking get cigarettes or food. And that's a temporary, oh, look, I made them happy. No offense, Crystal. I'm not going to make you happy. I'm going to make you well. I'll be like, bitch, drop that cigarette. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. That won't go well. Go see us get in a fist fight. And then it blows. Then my fucking oxygen blows up. It's the end of the story. Sorry, is that not funny? I don't know what funny is anymore. All I know is torture. And you better realize a lot of us are the same fucking way with that shit. I can't believe they didn't order it. And I'm not allowed to be upset. If I talk, I'm too loud, but the pain is too strong to stop.
I don't know, I'd probably get busted for masturbate. You know, it's something bad, something that would make me seem a little bit strange, I think.
And my meds are due, but they always give them to me late. Like, if you know that I'm suffering, why do you do that?
Let's pitch that show.
It just makes me go through this over and over. I'm trapped. I want to go somewhere better. They took my chances away.
Streaming services are on for what TV channel?
And they're like, it's going to take a while to order all these records. Well, I just waited a year and a half thinking you had them. How is that not illegal? Oh, there's Homie Hopper. Now we got to see her all day. She tried to fuck, oh, Elisa, she tried to fuck Abel, according to Jeremy. That way. Another one who will give cigarettes. But she also sneaks in. I've seen her sneak by and meet up with the gang members. She comes in at night and hangs out with Abel. Who she tried to... I think she's too old for him. He prefers people his granddaughter's age. She is too ugly too, isn't she? But I wasn't going to say that. I said I wasn't going to say that. I do call her the one with a skunk tail. And she got Khloe Kardashian diaper booty. It's true. Yes. Do you think you can find out where my remote fell? And then, do you think you can find out where my remote fell? Or because you might have... Oh, I never looked at that direction. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I didn't know where it was. Do you think you could tell the nurse I need the 12 o'clock ones? Thank you. Sorry, we need to find that stick. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna order another stick because this is driving me crazy. I feel bad. I can't do it. I'm gonna order that, and I need to order another top for my drink. What happened, honey? Oh no, it's too expensive. Get it.
Oh my God, Crystal.
Oh no, it's okay. There's still a lot in there. Oh, sorry. I bet you're probably not worried about that. She's probably worried about what fell on the floor. I'm worried about her losing her fucking Starbucks. She's all, oh no, because of the mess. I'm like, no, it's okay. She still has some.
That's why I put it here.
There must be like a special kind of cup. Aren't they those special cups that don't like fall, right? I want to get her one of those. You know what I'm talking about? What are they called? There are cups that if you move it, no matter what you do, it'll land and it won't spill, right? I don't know. They might be too expensive, but I'm going to put it on our list. By the way, Crystal and I both have an Amazon list. And if there are t-shirts, I think everybody here, if anybody wants to get Crystal something, there is a shirt on our Amazon list that says, I don't know these people. And I would love for Crystal to have that, because I always read her the stuff that we have. God, I hurt so bad. I read her the stuff that is on the list, and she's laughed so hard at that one. So I knew she wanted it.
Broken.
21 years ago.
They also have to understand that, like, when I'm upset, I'm allowed to be upset. This is a lot of things to be going wrong at the same time. And the thing is everyone blames me for everything. Do you see what's happening now? Does anybody see what's happening? I've been trying to tell them what's happening, but they just keep hiring new people who all ignore me. And thank you, Matt. You ignored me when I sent all that information. Did you just think I was self-diagnosing? You think these things are just gobbledygook? You think this just means nothing? No, this actually got reviewed by more people than your paperwork gets reviewed by. The people who work here, they're allowed to write things that are not objective. Is it objective to not read my paperwork and to act like I am not dying? Is it okay for housekeeping to be mentioning that I'm not dying and telling me that? I thought your x-rays were okay. Your x-rays are good. Yes, x-rays and fucking CT scans don't compare. Also, just because a CT scan shows nothing doesn't mean shit. Have you heard of pathogens before? Pathogens are not something you can see with the fucking naked eye. You can't see them with CT scans. You can't see them with x-rays. But if my tests all show it, and there were test results, they say, don't worry, just go to the hospital. You can get the test again. Do you realize how hard it is to find certain diseases? Well, guess what? We found it really easily, but nobody's looked at it. They haven't ordered any of it. And I'm talking about from the beginning of me getting here, they've ordered nothing. If they had, it took 2 years for them to even acknowledge that I have Lyme disease. And when we had it in the paperwork, they still go, we don't know what's wrong with you. Yeah, because you're too dumb to listen. By the way, you're not my nurse, but they're allowed to make fun of me. And then they go and fucking, if I say, God, you're a jerk or you're being ignorant, which is a fact, they will go around acting like I'm yelling at them and she's being so awful and this and that and the other thing. And then the idiots go down to the bullying site and look at things that are cut into little pieces or manipulated, or I'm yelling at someone calling me a pedophile. You know, like if you want to cut things apart and miscommunicate things, I am using every last breath to express what's going on here. I mean, it is possible I could go back to TikTok and just talk until they kick me off again. Because if I'm this close to dying, I might as well, right? Or I could just pick and choose where I go. That's the thing, is there's a lot of people that I haven't been able to find on there. In fact, you know what? Maybe later I'll do that, and just to find all my people and let them know what's going on. Because I need more people to contact here, and I think TikTok might be the only place that I can do that. For me, it's not mentally good, but I can fight against it once I get a little bit of a break. Okay, so I'm going to get...
They don't want to waste your time. We get thoughtful responses. The service is available for clients.
I can't drink out of those other cups.
It is committed to
Hi, Mimi. Is that Mimi that I know? Are you Lyme Mimi or a different person? Okay, cup, crystal, cup, top, lid, whatever. What was the last thing? Oh, a stick. And of course, Jeremy he keeps so many things that are mine. He didn't even care. I think it's funny. He told them up front that we made up. I said, we didn't make up. You literally fucking left me while I'm dying. You made it about you when you knew I was trying to get hospice. And I've told him that. Here's the thing, is I'm allowed to tell him how I feel now. Because if I did before, he would be abusive. And now I can hang up on him. I still send him like stupid shit. Like he tries to send me food, but I get mad because I'm like, you know that you owe me money, and how are you having more money to spend now? I think he's spending his money now because he knows that he doesn't have to spend any on me. That's interesting, because you told me that every single time I order something, I have to include you. Do you know how many thousands of dollars I saved just not? You know how cheap Crystal is? Crystal and I can share one meal. Now Jeremy, he's an expensive man. And he thinks he's entitled to everything. And it doesn't mean I don't care about him. I still care about his family. But they know I'm not fucking, like, I'm not going to try to be causing mess or anything like that. I care about them. And they want to be mad at me, thinking if I say anything bad. They did in the beginning, I think. But I think once you realize the big picture, and like, I was very proud of his younger family members, aside from his oldest of his daughters. But I was very proud of a lot of them because they were so mature. Kalani, you're so mature. I was proud of her for that. And it's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Kalani. And you're beautiful, and I'm proud of you. And you have to understand, like, I don't just like get to know people, and like, I'm the kind of person that if I get to know you and we're talking a bunch and I see things that can help you, I will. The problem, that's why I get so mad at the people who work here, is because, like, look, you're not even caring and you're supposed to. You're legally bound to do something, and instead of being nice and kind to me, they like kind of fight with me. I'm not trying to fight with you, and that's the thing. I will tell them I'm not trying to fight with you, but the voice sounds so different that they don't care. If you can imagine a very fucking tired, shy person underneath all of this, you have no idea who I really am, because all you see is me begging and me fucking in horrific pain while my organs are failing. I would consider this a significant failure. But nobody thinks it's important enough to get me pain medication when I need it. And my ears are popping. And here's the thing, everything that I'm dealing with and I have all these I have a lot of narrowing of a lot of my veins and a lot of vascular issues, which are contributing to the pain that I'm having in my upper epigastric area in my gut. That's the top half, right underneath my rib cage, where the bottoms of my lungs are. I'm suffering too much and there's nothing. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have no choice but to fucking like do something. And the thing is that in California, that's what they do. They make sure that you don't get help. And that's why there's so many addicts. Why do you think people in San Francisco are shitting on the streets? Do you think they're all fucking healthy and getting the help they need? Or do you think they're being fucking sacrificed? Do you really think that fucking California gives a fuck about their homeless? You think so? No. And why do you think they give a fuck about anybody who's struggling? They should, because at some point you're going to have nobody to take. Well, I mean, we got a lot of people here right now, but there are going to be a lot of people that are not going to be around to help you, and maybe people should be thinking about reality. Don't think that it could never happen to you. Don't think that, this person must be lying because it's so sensational. You guys all were here. You all heard Jeremy talk about the fucking kind of criminal shit he was taking part of. He's obviously not doing it now. He got stabbed in the butt once. He also got stabbed he got stabbed in the back with a pole, and it left a circular hole in there. And he gets in fights where they fucking break glasses on top just because a bit mad, just because they feel like fighting. But does anybody call the cops on that? And he even says fuck off to doctors. And the thing is frustrating is I just gave all that information to everybody, and they're still not going to do anything. It's like the people I like, they think I'm arguing with them. So it's like, I can't even, if they don't understand that this is my lungs shutting down, I don't know what to tell them. Like, I have to sit here holding my organs because they hurt so bad. Yet make it make sense that people are selling their pills, but I can't get enough when I'm dying. Make it make sense that my doctor's willing to help with hospice, but you're not even going to call her back. Make it make sense that you don't order any of my records, yet you're going to tell me that I'm fine. What about this is fine? I spent 8 years with pain. What about this is fine? I have proof that I have a terminal disease, except for I'm so fucking close to dying that nobody seems to think that it's urgent enough. So you're going to make it so I don't get pain control. And then when I'm dying, I have to feel absolutely everything about all of my organs dying. But I'm a problem. This is behavioral issues. I've never just fucking done anything crazy. And they know that. They're targeting me because I'm smarter than they are. And that's the only thing they know how to do. Apparently, they don't know how to read records. They don't understand the human body. They don't understand what HIPAA is for. because I got housekeeping telling me I'm not dying. And then we got fucking Araceli training her fucking staff to ignore me. I have fucking proof. In fact, I should go back to fucking TikTok because I got all the people on there that can fucking prove it. Okay. Are you making me hold drugs? I'm just kidding. Are you making me hold a gun or something? What are you doing? I was just I'm kidding, girl. I had a guy who did that to me once, though. He made me hold one. Well, because I was living in a fucking trap house, but I didn't realize it for a long time. Then once I realized, why is there a guy with a gun sleeping by our door? I'm all, why is this guy with a machete at the door doing crazy shit? Can I please just lock this, please? Wonder what happened to him. That motherfucker chased his girlfriend down the street. She was in a car. He was on foot. And he had a machete. Allison, you have amazing friends. And look, Allison, I won't go after you for the fucking assault of shoving a sponge up my vagina. But I will call you out for some of the shit you put me through because I never got to process it. I had no other choice. I had nowhere to go. So she made sure that she would manipulate and blame me for things. And I never wanted her parents to stress. So I didn't even tell them things unless I like. It is so hard to watch people like doing things to themselves, you know? It's hard. Every single time I talk, I can feel it in my spleen. All the stuff that they didn't order, the lady up front was so cool. She printed it out for me, which means I didn't have to wait an extra million years. It's like 3 pages or 4. 2. Just making sure it says 1, 2, 3.
I got 1, 2.
Here's a 3. But now this one has 1, 2. Here's the 3. Okay. But those are all the tests they haven't ordered, and they all show that it's terminal. That's terrifying. I can't believe they didn't order my pulmonary function test, and then they refuse to see me and act like I'm not dying. It's insane. Like everything is there, and even shows that it shows the connections too. Like I didn't include everything, but these are enough to show them that all of these things are important. You know, and see how there's 4. One of them says 2024. Here, you can have one. I fixed that one. I just didn't fix the other one. But yeah, see how many CT scans and all of them show. It's crazy though. So like, I think the doctor needs to understand that like if he told me to my face that he had everything, but he doesn't. Some of these things are here, but I told medical records about all this stuff. I signed for it and it's not uploaded. But that's why I'm not being understood. I'm tired of doing the work for myself. Sorry. Like a cat.
Okay, I'll hold on to this.
The most important part is for them to understand that they didn't order anything and they're making decisions based on what. And I'm really getting close to like they need to do like they need to have one person in charge of it, you know, so it's not sending me in circles. And the fact that I'm in pain like this right now, and this has been proven since January that my lungs are still collapsed. I don't understand why they can't help me with medicine. I don't understand. I even sent all the information about all that stuff. I sent all of that to the pain doctor. And if she didn't see it in the records, why didn't anybody tell me that? You know? I don't understand why they don't tell me that it's not there. Because actually in 2012, I was already showing signs of liver stuff, but I'm assuming that's because of the disease. It just kind of fucks with your whole body. But I put as much as I could. I think those are enough, you know what I mean? But to say someone needs to do it quickly, and that lady, and you know, she's been not doing anything quickly. I don't know how to get someone to do, like, to actually take this urgently, you know? Like, okay. That's why I don't smile anymore. It just looks scary.
So I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna look through this and then I'll.
And if he's here, just like someone needs to like make sure he sees me because he didn't. If he does the exam, if we do the exam, it won't even take that long. If we do the exam, this stuff gets ordered. He doesn't even have to think that much. Just order hospice. It's like don't. I told them let me lead. Thank you.
I'm here tomorrow too, so if he comes in the morning, I'll come in and take him, okay?
Perfect. Thank you. Is Crystal in here? Do you think you can close the door? Thank you. I'm done now. I'm done now. You know what I mean. I'm saying what I want to say. See, and here's the thing. I'm still mad at her. But was I mean to her? Let me ask you that question. Was I mean to her?
You're so far away from being
That's the thing. That's why I kind of want to leave things on. You know, like I didn't want her. I had to turn it off because I didn't know if she was going to start talking about personal stuff and like meds and stuff. Like I don't really care if you hear what meds I'm on. I just don't want like anything to happen to them, like because of their private, you know, what they. I just don't want anything to happen to them. Even if I'm mad at her. See how that works. See, but she is helping, but the thing is I can't tell ever if she's actually going to do something. So, but I have to, like the people saying that I'm just so mean all the time and I'm just so abusive. No, me saying bad words is not abusive. Me saying bad words is because my lungs are collapsing and they're actually probably pretty collapsed. But because it's not a fucking, there's different types of collapsing, just in case you want to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And I actually looked at it and I found it in 2019 and I sure do wish I pushed harder. I did push as hard as I could and everyone acted like I was just being paranoid. Do you know what it feels like to have 8 years of your life go by? It's not even just 8 years. 8 years of my life went by with everyone ignoring me, acting like nothing was wrong with me and telling me that I was just crazy. And then I had someone come and help me escape the hospital and said he was going to help me. And then he went and did some shrooms and I ended up having to try to unalive myself because I had no other options and the hospital was abusive. And then my ex-boyfriend saved my life and I was so mean to him when he did. I'm sorry, Greg. I know he's living on the streets now too and nobody that we know can find him.
Man of means with a level of fame, right? So, you know, and not but ugly. So I'm like a good package to people, right?
And I feel bad for everything that he had to go through. He was my caregiver. Here's the thing though. I made sure he had everything he needed, but you can't control like the trauma that someone's been through. He told me some of the most fucking fucked up things I've ever heard in my entire life while he was having a breakdown. And then he went and wandered the streets with no shoes and no clothes. I mean, no jacket. Ended up in a psych ward and then white wandering. Like, I mean, he's not even crazy like that. It's just,
Like in the UK, is it like 10 or 11 or is it 17?
it's not my story to tell. But if you know anything about why people get, like, the thing is that CPS and these group homes and the way that they take children versus like certain other children and the way that they're so complicit in these like human trafficking and all that stuff, you know, it's just, this world is disgusting and we are in a new era where for change, for shedding, for going to the next thing. I'm sure there's some whole I know there's biblical meaning, but there's also a lot of other meaning. You can feel things changing. You can feel, like, for me, I'm very much in pain, so it makes it very hard, but I can feel certain things changing. But other people probably just feel that too. The thing is that most people don't know. They don't want to be looked at as crazy, so they don't connect, and then they don't realize that the rest of the world is going through something like it too. And the thing is I've always wanted to just come on here and just talk about my situation and talk to other people going through it. Actually, I need to go back to TikTok so I can find Christian. They tried to kick him out of his fucking nursing home. I gotta check on him, and I don't have his phone number. And then nursing home chick told me I'm after drugs. Yeah, okay. All right. You pissed me off. Like, whatever. Like, the thing that, like, and that's the thing is people are actively trying to help people who already have help. And then they're not even paying attention to the people that they just choose not to pay attention to.
Okay.
But was I not nice to the nurse? Was I not kind to her? If she's coming tomorrow, if the doctor is coming tomorrow, then he should have seen me. I saw him in the dining room. I didn't say anything mean. I said, "Hey, can we do an exam on do an exam?" I didn't say anything else. I just said, we didn't get to do the exam. And he said, "Oh, talk to Josie." And you know what? I told Josie, you should be the director of nursing, but I don't mean that. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to be helpful. She is helpful when she helps, but I think they might be putting her in a position where she's not allowed to say anything. I don't know, but they made it so Nurse Margarito just stopped talking to me. He gave me his email and said that like just email me what I need, and he went to talk to them, found out that it's true that I have pulmonary fibrosis, but then was silenced. What was it? Margarito, what was it?
Give me power.
And who's the one who hid the x-ray that had the diagnosis of interstitial lung disease written down on it? Because if someone writes a diagnosis as a reason for a study, I want to know about that doctor, and I want to know what else he said. They have been hiding and not ordering documentation. Is that what's easier? And then they tell me I'm asking for something. What would they say? You're asking for the impossible. Wow, it's 1:27. Maybe I should ask to get my hair brushed. I'm sorry. I really need you guys. I know you guys are not talking. I don't know if it's because you hate me. I don't really know. And I'm sorry. I know I snap a lot when people tell me what to do, but you have to understand, I am in a box where I'm being told what to do when I have the potential to fucking do a lot more than this, and they are trying to take away any of my human life. I am just their fucking means to an end. I'm sorry. I'm the only way and I'm just making money for you, right? So it doesn't matter that you're mistreating me. And then when Marky and you do see that I'm in fucking constant fight or flight. Yes, it's not crazy. It's constant fight or flight because I'm in pain. My autonomic system is fucked, but there's nothing I can do about it because they will ignore it. You tell people about it, they ignore it. The people who are supposed to help you ignore it. And then they want to act like I'm the problem when they have ignored my care. They have acted like I am deserving of the bullying, like some of my complaints are valid. Let me tell you, and about the ombudsman, I have looked into everything you're capable of doing. You just refused. And Elizabeth Campos, how can you say, I did deal with the sexual abuse when you never came and talked to us about it? Did you? So how would you know who we were talking about? So what you did was enable that to happen without getting stopped. That's okay. It's not like there's a bunch of people with Alzheimer's and dementia here, right? I'm sure they'll like it. Right? They're old. They just deserve it. Is that what you're saying?
I've been in some, but I've just always
Just
been
saying.
like shooting or running around.
I just wanted to make sure you knew. Hashtag no country for old people. I am swearing a lot. I get it. But this is what it really looks like. Without pain control. I'm in California. Thank you, California. Thank you, Newsom. You don't give a fuck about anyone. So apparently you go down the streets of San Francisco and you think everything's fine and dandy? Is that why you want more people there?
I think that's why for the past, I haven't gotten in a relationship in a long time.
The thing is you'll let all these people come to the country and then they'll get there and you'll fuck them over again. Either that or you'll fucking send them right to get trafficked.
I'm trying to work in that.
That's what the Democrats are about, right? Oh, you'll see. Sorry. I don't have the time, so I have to talk about it now. Let's get it over with now. Oh my God, Hillary Clinton. She got in trouble. Pizzagate's real. I know I won't be able to be here for it. Or maybe I will. Let's see. Maybe it'll be soon. But I do know that. Let me know. Oprah, Ellen, all the motherfuckers that I've been waiting for like 10 years to see them fall. While everybody else takes advice from them. The sad part is that means that most of this world is satanic. It's driven by that. We are, and did you ever hear that guy who, what was his name? Remember the guy, it's going to come to me. He died right after he was talking about how we're living in like an inverted reality. Like where you do good things and you get higher. Like, and you do good, I mean, you do bad things and you get more attention and you get more rich and famous, and you do good things and you get shit on. Well, that would make sense. No good deed goes unpunished. I've gone and I've been collecting and making presents for everybody. And then instead of getting help to pass them out, I'm writing notes to each individual person, and everybody gets a, did I give her one of these? This is my old roommate. She's the mom of the one who is the last resident council president. Like, everyone knew that I was supposed to be next, and she was my roommate, and she said when Jeremy and I got engaged, she wanted to do all the food. I mean, we kind of planned this whole imaginary wedding that we never could do because she can't walk. When her son died, she says to me, she goes, when he died, I just wanted to run all the way over to you. He was only 41. He had muscular dystrophy. He was one of the first people I met here. He is super stoner. In fact, when they put his wheelchair in the garbage, I took all his stickers off of it, and I couldn't find, like, I could only find like one sticker that didn't have a pot leaf on it, or it wasn't, so I gave that to his mom. I don't think she'd have a problem with it, but I was trying to give her something sweet, you know. Although I also didn't want to upset her, so I don't know. It's hard to know what to do, but here's the thing. The more you're around it, the more you know how to deal with it. A lot of my friends are terminal. A lot of my friends have passed. And the best relationships that I've had with them have been the relationships with people that are able to see what is really happening. It is like taking your blinders off, and I'm telling you, the medical system is so fucking corrupt, and I know you can see it and understand it on a certain level, but I mean corrupt, like dark, like doing fucked up shit. Like, I believe wholeheartedly that companies like Stanford are connected to the dark issues that are going on. Because you don't make it that high up without doing something shady. That's why I don't trust them. I don't trust anybody anymore. You shouldn't. By the way, that's the lesson. Trust yourself. Have good relationships. Have experiences. But don't ever think that something can't change. Because every relationship can change. Even this could change. Given the fact that we have all these different realities, who the fuck knows what else, you know? There are so much that we don't know. We don't understand all this stuff, which is all, what is our DNA? Documentation, all that shit. And it's so much more than that. And we have been lied to our whole fucking life. So please, if anything else, unlearn everything that you've learned. Unlearn everything that you've learned. That's easy to say, isn't it? Anyway, I would rather spend my life talking about things I'm interested in. But instead I have to beg. And I'm in pain, so I can't control it. Sorry, my stomach and my back, and I'm trying to like make space for my organs. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm suffering. And the fact that the pain. Anyway, I'll talk.